What a day. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. Well, I'm very late. Um, oh. So I was really rushing to get the Fox story up and then this kitchen review up. It's just ridiculous, though. And also, it's been pouring outside, which really played around with the light. But wow, I was rushing to get this up, and I was like, oh man, I gotta get this review posted on Rotten Tomatoes so I can get the live stream. And I brought up Rotten Tomatoes website on my desktop, and I literally said whoa when I saw like the 13% for the kitchen. Like, I knew that people would be against the movie, but I'm really surprised that it's so prevalent and that people are so aggressively against the movie, especially considering what I think it accomplishes. I think what it sets out to accomplish, and it actually does accomplish it. But like, wow. So I apologize. I wasn't able to put together some stories for you today. I have some. The Home Alone one was going to be the head story, but then I was like, oh man, I should do that as an actual video. And so you saw that one up earlier today, and the kitchen review just went up. So I did buy some comics today. I see you guys talking about House of X2. I purchased that. I saw the unusual situation where Comixology put House of X1 in the new release section. I thought that was weird. I think we can take a moment actually and talk about what I bought today, since we don't have any stories lined up to discuss. I'll tell you what I purchased an unusual number of comics today. I purchased like 8 comics. I'm so happy because usually I have to work really hard to get a decent amount these days. So what I purchased today was I purchased the new Batman because I just can't quit it, even though I think Tom King, I really don't like what he's done with the book. I got the new Black Cat, even though I don't like that very much either. You can see my relationship with comics these days. But I like that she's with fighting Doctor. That's an advisory for the weather. I'm trying to get to a screening tonight. I hope I can make it. But anyway, Black Cat is trying to rob Doctor Strange, and so that's kind of interesting. I was like, I might as well see how that plays out. I don't like that they have such bad art in the interior, though. Giant Days, which I love. I got Giant Days, the latest issue. House of X2, I purchased that. The latest Invisible Woman, because I kind of like the first issue. Lois Lane, which I don't like so far. I think it's very poorly done, but I'm not going to give up on a book called Lois Lane. And then I bought the new Space Bandits from Mark Miller. I saw him tweet about it earlier today, and I was like, Mark Miller, you and your pitches, don't make me read your pitches. And then I looked at it, and I was like, my stack's a little short, and I really like the art on it. And I looked at the previews, and I was like, this looks pretty good. So I decided to get it. So I'm very pleased with my lineup of comics, and I'll try to get to some of them this evening. So actually, I'm not going to the Doors screening to Movie Lover. I polled you guys earlier this week, as you might recall, on Twitter, and everybody was far more excited for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So I switched to that screening for this evening. So I have to hopefully get to that. It's much further away, but I think people are going to be more into that. So we're gonna talk let's talk until 5 o'clock, and then I gotta get going. So what do you guys think? Zakaria, I saw the Wonder Woman Bloodlines trailer. I thought it was freaking awful. I thought it was so bad, like really bad. Like, I don't like what they've done to Steve Trevor, that he's just like, oh, Wonder Woman, you're just so great. Like, he just runs around like affirming Wonder Woman. I'm like, that's not what people like about Steve Trevor. Certainly not new characters, new fans. Then I don't like the retelling of her story again. I think it looks really awful. Hey, Daniel. So you guys can ask me anything that you like. I see some of you are saying where you're at. I forgot to discuss that today. I apologize. Pastor Madeline, I didn't know you were in Dayton, Ohio. What a horrible time for you and your community. But I'm sure you're helping a lot as a pastor. Pastor Madeline is an actual pastor. My condolences to you. I feel horrible. That's really bad. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry to hear about that. Let's see here. Let's see. Cameron Cox, I was going to cover Gemma Chan in the Eternals, but no one seemed to care. I was really surprised. I think because nobody knows who she's playing. I think there's some chance she is Minerva, because I think it's going to be so odd to have her play a different character. We'll see. I mean, once we get an actual idea of who she's playing, then I shall cover it, because people just weren't interested. Check Film Fantastic. My reaction to the horrible reviews for The Kitchen is what I said at the beginning of the stream. I know you joined in a little bit late. I just feel that MBB, you're always causing problems. Okay. Let's see here. I just felt, I knew people probably have a problem with the movie because it's so aggressive. I didn't think the problem would be that across the board and it would have hardly any support. But let's see what the number looks like when, some of the other outlets get to see it. I saw some positive tweets from people who had seen earlier screenings, so we'll see how it turns out. Let's see here. Sandra, I'm not going to review Jack Ryan Season 2 because it's just not popular enough. I didn't review Jack Ryan Season 1. Will I watch it? Definitely. I thought that Gemma Chan might be playing Circe as well. Why so serious? But I don't think that. I mean, let's see. I think it would be really odd. I mean, they just dyed her skin blue. She didn't look particularly different. So I think it would be really weird. Edward, he did not. Jimon Hansu played two different. Oh, in the DCEU. Well, the DCEU is a mess. Let's see here. Ulysses, the summer 2020 video, I moved to Friday, so I could play for Friday and Saturday. Christo, what are my thoughts on Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach writing the Barbie movie? I have to see it. I don't know. I think that Barbie's been a mess for a while. I thought that, I think Barbie just, I think a lot of people didn't get Barbie or wanted to, I think a lot of adults got their hands on Barbie. And so as a result, a doll that has been popular for decades, suddenly nobody cares about. Let's see here. So we got about 12 minutes. You can ask me anything that you like. Cole, I don't know what's taking so long with the Batman casting, although I suspect it's very difficult with Robert Pattinson in the lead. I think you have to not only support him, but also match him and make it not seem like a Twilight movie. So I think that's tough to do. Redeem, I heard the Tenet trailer was not released over the weekend because of the shootings, which makes total sense. So I don't know. I bet it's just a teaser. I wouldn't be surprised if they never release it, quite frankly. And we have to wait to see it something online until we get a full trailer. Junior 6288, thanks for making everybody feel better who hasn't seen the Tenet trailer. That's great. I love it. Robert, I don't know how Shazam is doing on home video streaming. Those numbers are not released, so it's impossible to tell. Let's see what number it is on iTunes. Hold on. Let's see where it is on iTunes. Hold on, it's launching. I was not a fan of Twilight. I respected Twilight, though. Anything that makes that much money, you gotta respect, in my opinion. I know some people don't agree with me, but I feel very strongly about it. Shazam is still number 8. That's excellent. It's higher than Captain Marvel and Alita Battle Angel. So that's wonderful. Maybe it just became available to rent. Maybe that's helping it. But still, I'm glad to see it so high up there. What's its rating on here? It has 4 stars, 542 ratings. Let's see what Captain Marvel has. Captain Marvel has 3.5 stars. A lot of trolls out there. But with 1,884. That's 3 times the ratings. That's amazing. Let's see what Alita has. Alita has 4.5, but only 489 ratings. So I still would be surprised if we got another Shazam. I really would. Let's see here. Hugo, no, not Hugo. Matt, I don't think that representation is needed because you have Mulan already. So they have the Mulan live action movie. And also, as I've said before, I think that while some people don't agree, I feel that the race bending of Ariel actually, as I said, is a correction, not a change. I think that it's actually more in line with the original film. Liberty Bell, glows on Friday. I'm so excited. I really like France. I'm a big fan of France, both the south of France and Paris. Oh yeah, Juan, we'll talk about the ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus package tomorrow. Let's see here. Will I do an awards season video, Cole? I'll do that probably in the fall when we start to see what the big movies are at all the festivals. A lot of the festival listings aren't totally up yet, so it's hard to see. But thanks for reminding me. I'm going to make a note to do it right now. Hold on, let me get my schedule up here. I keep a schedule on my desktop. There we go. I'll do it in early September. Junior, I'm so glad you enjoyed Hobbs and Shaw. Let's see how it does in China. I think that'll make a big difference. But I think it's not a good sign that Universal did not want to continue with Dwayne Johnson for Red Notice. Augie, I think there will be a new Joker trailer in front of It Chapter 2. I'm always ready for a new Ryan Coogler movie, WAD TV. I'm a big fan of his. Oh, Maleka, I think the American Crime Story, I got to see what the casting is on Clinton and Hillary Clinton. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I really like the job that they've done in the past. I'd be curious to see, the best thing about the first American Crime Story, which I thought made it really work, and which I thought was missing from the Versace one, was how it showed how the O.J. Simpson case not only was such a big pop culture moment, but how it changed pop culture, even down to launching the Kardashians. So I would love if they could find a way to show how maybe the Clinton thing affected the political landscape. That could be really interesting. So I hope that I hope it's more OJ than Versace, because I was not a fan of the Versace American Crime Story. So we've got 6 minutes. You can ask me anything that you would like. Augie says, which movie do I like more, Dark Knight or Endgame? I think they're probably tied, in my personal opinion, because of what they both accomplished. I think Dark Knight got people to take comic book movies seriously, but I think Endgame was like incredibly well crafted and showed what's possible for a franchise to do over a long period of time. To get people to invest that time into a franchise, not just year to year, but all throughout the year, is incredible. Brandon, I didn't finish Versace either. I found Darren Criss' performance too disturbing, to be honest with you. And I didn't think that there was enough to balance out that disturbing behavior. Oh, John, I think Gal Gadot is Hedy Lamarr, which was announced a long time ago, but I'm glad it's finally moving forward. But I think that's great casting. I think Hedy Lamarr has a great story, and I think Gal Gadot is the perfect person to play her. Joseph says, would I make a Black Adam movie? I wouldn't, especially because I think The Rock's going to try and make him an anti-hero, and I think Black Adam works best when he's a villain who's occasionally good. Juan says, who will win at the box office? Birds of Prey, Black Widow, or Wonder Woman? At the rate we're going, Black Widow, just because it's a Marvel movie. Sean, I've thought about making my own website, but that's very difficult to do and to maintain. As you can see, I have a hard time getting to the stream on time. So I have a lot of content that I put out. For instance, I saw somebody wrote an annoying thing today being like, why don't you have a higher definition camera still? Well, the truth of the matter is that my setup allows me to have a lot of speed, and I think the picture looks great. I mean, it might not be like HD, but that file size is going to just slow me down in editing and rendering and uploading, and it's just not worth it, I feel. Let's see here. Jonathan. Oh, I hope Wonder Woman does great. I really do, and I think it should, hopefully. But I think it took a long. I think they made a mistake taking so long to get it out there. All right, we have 4 minutes. Edward says, we're tired of hearing about reboots being made. Do you think Hollywood should stop doing prequels as well? They have to stop making money. You know, that's the only thing that Hollywood truly listens to. Like, for instance, people were upset for a long time about the lack of diversity in movies. In fact, when I covered Prince of Persia, I said they should cast a Middle Eastern actor, and a lot of people got angry with me. The movie didn't do well, but for different reasons. But then, of course, Exodus comes along, and then finally people are like, what the hell? And the movie tanks, and Hollywood is like, uh-oh. So also similarly, suddenly movies that have a lot of diversity started doing really well. So Hollywood was like, hello. So that's the difference. That's what matters to Hollywood. And so once these prequels once these reboots and all that stuff stop making money, then Hollywood will change. Bernardo, I'm seeing Scary Stories tonight, so I'll have a yay or nay for you tomorrow. Well, actually, the embargo lifts at 1 a.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, but I'll be reviewing it in the morning. Augie, I'm not sure. That 13 is real low. Let's see how it does at the box office and what the audience. Let's see what the cinema score is. But that's, if I were Andrea Berloff, she should be concerned about ever working again. Really, Imra? Oh, Megan Allison. Brandon Settle says, do you think that Kevin Feige is over-diversifying? I don't know. I think there's a lot of interest in the Eternals. I got to tell you, I'm surprised more than I thought. And I feel like both Black Panther and Captain Marvel did incredibly well at the box office. They both made $1 billion. So for all the complainers out there, it's the opposite at the box office. So that's why I said in my video today about Disney Fox, I think a really important marker is going to be what happens with Star Wars. Because if Episode 9 still makes $1 billion, Disney will be like, everything's fine. We have 1 minute. 1 minute. I didn't read House of X2. Don't ruin it for me, Patrick. But I appreciate your enthusiasm. Leslie Jones and Coming to America? Oh, animation dude. I don't know how I feel about that. I think Leslie Jones, I loved her so much when she started, but I'm not a huge fan of her comedy. But let's see what her role is. I'm very excited about Coming to America too. Bye, Jordan. Elliot says, do I think that Mulan should be PG or PG-13 since it's a war film? Disney movies like Pirates of the Caribbean and John Carter are PG-13, but then I remember that Chronicles of Narnia and Jungle Book were PG and it had violence. I think PG-13 for Mulan would be ideal. I want it to seem like it's an actual war going on, not just like a little skirmish. I know that it's Chapter 2 tickets are on sale, Juan. I have mine. I'm going to go to the press screening, but I have mine to see it with the general public as well. Matt, I like sweet and savory. It depends on the mood that I'm in. All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock. I got to get going. I got to get check. I got a couple last-minute things to take care of, and then I've got to go and see Scary Stories. All right, have a lovely rest of your day. And remember, there's a stream tomorrow because I couldn't do one yesterday. So there's a stream tomorrow at 4 p.m. Okay, talk to you then. Bye, everybody. Toodles.